You are listening to Skin, Earth, Vitality, the podcast where ancient wisdom meets modern vitality. If you are seeking to reconnect with your innate vibrancy, you're in the right place. I'm Emily Davis, a seasoned holistic esthetician and herbalist. Join me as we unlock the secrets of ancient skincare practices, explore the beauty of seasonal and nature-based living, herbalism, and true holistic well-being for you and the broader ecosystem. This podcast is brought to you by Stratum Aesthetics. Head to stratumaesthetics.com to find curated skincare, body care, and other wellness products hand-selected by me. Now enjoy the show. I'm so excited about this episode. I was actually really surprised that I hadn't already done one on this topic, which is a reframe on acne. So today I'm going to talk about how acne is actually a sensitive skin condition. And I don't think this is as well understood as I wish it was, because I talk to folks all the time about the acne products that they are on. And most of the time it's products that are either throwing gasoline on the fire or quote unquote benign products that masquerade as gentle, but are actually stripping and chipping away at the skin's barrier a little bit every single time they're used, leading to bigger problems down the road. So this episode was created with you in mind if you are currently living with acne yourself. Also, if you have a teenager who's navigating acne, this will be really valuable for you. Or if you're an esthetician who's ready to rethink how acne is understood. And I'll give you a little spoiler right now. This is going to be a radically different conversation from what you've heard in most conventional acne specialist trainings. This approach isn't about memorizing protocols or chasing quick fixes or fighting acne. It's about truly understanding how the skin works at a foundational level, because understanding the biology, the barrier, the inflammatory process involved will leave you realizing that treating acne isn't about attacking it. It's about restoring balance in a way that surface level strategies just can't touch. And I guess blame it on my Aquarius moon. I'm wired to question systems. I'm not here to throw shade at how things have been done / how they're still being done, but I am really passionate about this. So if you're here for some unlearning and a deeper understanding, you're in exactly the right place. And with that being said, no matter who you are, if you're tired of feeling confused about skincare, tired of buying products based on ads or influencer hype or half-truth marketing, I created a new program, The Art of Slow Beauty, just for you. So this is launching May 1st, 2025. This is my third course creation that rounds out my online educational ecosystem, reflecting my philosophy for healthy skin. So we have Reclaim Your Radiance, which is my 8-week lifestyle program. This is like the foundations of lifestyle for healthy skin. And as we're talking about acne, this episode is really focused on topical acne care, but of course, true skincare addresses lifestyle as well as topical care. So that foundations course, Reclaim Your Radiance, will be returning this summer. We have my bi-yearly facial massage workshop that we're finishing up for spring right now. The next one will be available in the fall. And now we have The Art of Slow Beauty, which is all about grounding into high quality topical skincare. It's for both consumers and practitioners alike who are ready to finally understand how to choose skincare that actually supports the skin, and not damage it in the name of quick fixes. So in this program, you'll learn how to shop smarter, how to recognize what your skin truly needs, and how to cut through marketing noise. When you know what you're doing, you get better results from your own routine and from any treatments or facials that you invest in. So as all of my stuff is, this course is not about trends. It's about real skin literacy and giving you the tools to care for your skin for the rest of your life. I would love to have you there. You can find more information in the notes to this episode. Okay, let's rethink acne, not as an enemy, not as a flaw, but as a sign of sensitivity. It's a message from your skin. So imagine your skin's surface like a thriving ecosystem. The outermost layer, the stratum corneum, forms the landscape. It's tightly packed cells like stones, sealed together with lipids. Maybe that's the rich soil holding everything together. And this layer isn't static or a dead layer. It's actually wildly alive. It holds in precious moisture. It keeps harmful elements at bay and constantly communicates with the deeper layers of your skin about what's happening up at the surface. And those cells down below, those younger baby cells, they have to know what's happening up at the surface before they reach that area if you want your skin to be healthy. And then resting gently over this structure is the acid mantle. It's this thin, slightly acidic film. It's like the morning dew that nourishes the environment. It maintains balance, supports a thriving microbiome. And then the microbiome itself, it's this diverse community of bacteria that lives not only on your skin's surface, but also within the upper layers and the hair follicles. And it plays an essential role in keeping the environment healthy and responsive. So together, the stratum corneum, the cells, and then the lipids, the acid mantle, the microbiome, they all form your skin's barrier. This is a living, breathing system that protects, regulates, and repairs the skin. And when this ecosystem is healthy, the skin is balanced, it's resilient, it's self-sustaining. This is the ideal. This is what we're going for. We're not looking for glass skin. We're not looking for skin that's totally slugged. We're looking for resilient, self-sustaining skin, just like healthy skin. But what happens when that landscape gets disturbed by harsh weather, poor materials, overexposure, neglect? Think of your garden experiencing all of this. Cracks begin to form, moisture evaporates, pollutants and irritants are able to get in, and then the communication between the surface and the deeper layers begins to falter. Your skin loses its ability to maintain balance and defend itself naturally. And so this disruption doesn't just cause dehydration, it's creating a ton of confusion and sensitivity, all setting the stage for chronic breakouts. And when we see the skin barrier not just as like this shield, but as a dynamic living environment, it becomes very clear that healing isn't about fighting, it's about restoring balance and supporting resilience. So this disruption, as I said, sets the stage for breakouts. What does that mean? How does that happen? So glad you asked. Without strong communication and regulation at the surface, the deeper layers start reacting very chaotically. We've got inflammation rising, oil production ramps up, or also could just be becoming dysregulated. Not all acne is about being extremely oily. That dysregulation may also mean that we don't have enough oil. And then the natural rhythm of shedding cells becomes dysregulated. And so without a healthy surface environment to guide all of these processes, oil, retained skin cells can all mix together and clog the pore and be the beginnings of a breakout. And then this constant low-level irritation fuels inflammation, showing up as redness, sensitivity, swelling, and the persistent, frustrating cycle that so many people with acne experience. So all of this is where breakouts often begin, and it's not because your skin is dirty or you're not trying hard enough or you have bad hygiene or you're not changing your pillowcase every other night. It's because your skin is overwhelmed and it's trying to defend itself without the right tools. So when we shift our view from bad skin to skin asking for help, everything about how we treat acne begins to change. So let's talk about sensitive skin. Like I've said, acne is a sign of chronic barrier disruption, inflammation, immune system overreaction. These are all hallmarks of sensitive skin. Sensitive skin isn't just skin that feels fussy or fragile. Sensitive skin means a compromised barrier. It's a surface that can't regulate itself properly, that reacts too strongly to everyday stimuli, and it's skin that struggles to stay calm and, here's that word again, resilient. So knowing this, we probably want to change the way that we think about traditional acne treatment. Instead of reaching for the harshest, strongest, most drying products, we start to select skincare the same way we would for sensitive skin. So supporting the barrier, calming inflammation, protecting the microbiome, and then even choosing treatments, not just products that restore and don't strip, because treating acne like a battle is what keeps so many people stuck, and perhaps that's you. And instead, treating it like sensitive skin is what's going to give it a chance to actually heal. Ingredients like benzoyl peroxide, retinoids, harsh exfoliants like salicylic acid act like a storm just coming in and tearing apart the ecosystem. Instead of helping, they're just causing a lot of inflammation and irritation. And yes, initially these treatments might seem effective as they dry up breakouts very quickly, but over time, they make your skin increasingly sensitive, irritated, dehydrated, and prone to chronic acne, which is locking you into this frustrating cycle. So you may have tried these types of treatments, and for like 3 months, your skin cleared up. I see this all of the time, and then it comes back because you're not actually addressing the root dysregulation of your skin. And also, of course, going back to the lifestyle stuff, that's, a whole thing. It's just like with herbalism, maybe one thing that's very close to my heart is eczema because I'm quite prone to it. And there's all kinds of herbs for eczema, red clover, burdock, all of these beautiful herbs that can support it. But if you're constantly putting your body in the environment, whether it be like the food or the chronic stress or the circadian dysregulation, whatever it is, you're not going to out-herb a lifestyle that keeps you in the condition. Same thing with acne, which I feel like is kind of annoying to our Western mind because we're like, just give us a pill, give us something to cover it up. So I digress. Lifestyle is important, and I want to make sure that we understand that, but so is skincare. And I do want to be clear. There's nothing wrong with finding something that helps you feel more confident in your skin, truly. But what I've seen in my practice and through the lens of corneotherapy and herbalism is that many of these conventional approaches come at a hidden cost. Over time, the skin becomes more fragile, more reactive, more prone to future issues. And we're also keeping our skin locked into that inflammation, which is a hallmark of aging. So the perspective I'm offering today isn't about saying all conventional treatments are bad. It's just about asking a deeper question. What if healing acne isn't about fighting the skin into submission? What if it's about rebuilding the skin's resilience from the inside out and the outside in? That's what I believe acne-prone skin is really asking for, not stronger weapons, but rather stronger foundations. And you might notice I'm very intentional about the language I use when talking about acne. And that's because words matter. Language matters. The way that we talk about something shapes the way that we think about it, often without us even realizing. When we use battle terms like fight breakouts, attack acne, we're not just describing a treatment. We're really just reinforcing this idea that our skin is like this enemy that we're fighting against, and that harshness and aggression are necessary for healing. But I will say, your skin's not your enemy. It's this intelligent, responsive system that's doing its best to protect you, even while it's struggling, even while you're throwing all of these harsh treatments at it. True healing is going to begin with compassion, with gentle care, not with warfare. And if you've ever felt shame or frustration around acne, you are not alone. Just remember, your skin deserves love and respect, not punishment. So let's talk about products. One of the biggest things I would like for you to take away from this conversation is that you can't just look at a few pretty ingredients on a label like aloe or green tea or licorice, which are all beautiful, and assume that the product is truly gentle or barrier supportive, even if it says barrier support in the label. I can't remember if it was last week's episode or the episode before. I think it was the skin minimalism episode where I was talking about how marketing with skincare is often like a magic show. Like, haha, look over here. Look at our key ingredients. Aren't they beautiful? Don't look at the full ingredient deck. We're not even going to put it on our website. And it's just because what's sprinkled in those key ingredients they might be highlighting is not the entire structure of the formula. If the base of the formula is built with harsh surfactants or disruptive emulsifiers, it doesn't matter how many calming plant extracts are floating around in there. The foundation is still, like I said before, chipping away at your skin's defenses day after day. So I want to just briefly talk about surfactants first. Surfactants are ingredients that help cleansers, but many surfactants are just too aggressive for sensitive, acne-prone, or barrier-compromised skin. They're not just cleansing, but they're stripping away those essential lipids, that rich soil that's holding the rocks together, leaving the skin very vulnerable. And a lot of acne products stack multiple strong surfactants together, which only amplifies that damage. So when you're shopping for a cleanser, look out on the ingredient deck for ingredient names like sulfate or lots of glucoside ingredients listed back to back, heavy foaming cleansers, gels that leave your skin feeling dry or tight. If you have washed your face and then you're not putting moisturizer on immediately, that's a red flag. Your skin actually should be able to live without a moisturizer. And that's not to say moisturizers are bad. They feel great, but it shouldn't be like, oh my God, I have got to get this on ASAP after I cleanse. And it's not just cleansers. Some moisturizers quietly break down that barrier too. So synthetic emulsifiers like polysorbates and PEG compounds can stay active on the skin and slowly pull out your natural oils whenever you sweat, or as you're cleansing your moisturizer off, it creates a hidden process called the washout effect. So to make it just very simple, there is a quick checklist that I've created called the Ultimate Barrier Guide in my notes for this episode that you can download to help you when you're shopping for skincare. And remember, a real barrier supportive product will probably feel almost boring. It's not going to foam aggressively. It's not going to tingle or sting. It won't leave your skin feeling that like squeaky clean feeling. It's just going to feel soft and calm and hydrated, like your skin's not gasping for help. You may be wondering like, okay, great. What do I do instead? And the answer is start working with your skin, not against it. So for me, that starts with the products that I choose. I love formulas that are built around whole plants, gentle hydration, microbiome support, not products that are just like sprinkling in a few nice ingredients to create this like false identity. I want the real deal. So my go-tos for supporting sensitive acne prone skin are the free Herbal Gel Cleanser from Blissoma. And I know it says gel in the word, but it's this really interesting formula that almost feels like an oil when you're applying it. And it's like a very gentle gel as you add water. And then, I love the Support Cooling Cleanser from Laurel. Both of these are designed to cleanse without stripping. And then for moisturizers, I love Blissoma's Pure Moisturizer and Laurel's Recovery Balm. I'm not saying that you need to do both of those together. Those are two different options. They just wrap the skin in nourishing, barrier rebuilding oils and beautiful botanical extracts. And then for deeper support, I reach for serums like the Smooth A+ serum from Blissoma. And then, I love the Temperate Forest from Live Botanicals. You can find all of these on my website. Temperate Forest is just all of the Pacific Northwest vibes, and it smells so good, and it's just like so moisturizing and calming and barrier supportive. I also love the Unburdened serum from Laurel. I just love the name, first of all. Unburdened serum is my daily go-to for my skin, and I'm not acne prone, but it's great for most skin types. And then if you do need a gentle exfoliation, I love the Oasis Enzyme Mask from Live Botanicals. This is a really beautiful cranberry enzyme that very gently exfoliates. It's not disruptive. I generally like that maybe once a week. For me, it's every 2 weeks-ish, whenever it feels like it's calling to me. These are all crafted to calm inflammation and strengthen the skin to not just suppress symptoms. So alongside thoughtful product choices, I also love bringing in nurturing practices and technologies that support your skin's natural rhythm. So lymphatic manipulation to avoid stagnation and ease inflammation. I love the lymph brush for this. I am a fan of high frequency in moderation to promote wound healing and calm breakouts. I also love LED light therapy just to encourage that cellular repair without creating more trauma or stress. And so everything I choose, whether it's a serum, a cleanser, a modality, it's all about creating an overall environment where your skin feels safe enough to heal. All right, so let's recap. Again, acne is actually a sensitive skin condition. It's about supporting your skin's barrier and calming inflammation. So when you're shopping for products, remember, gentle is key. The more you learn to recognize what your skin actually needs, the easier it will be to find products that support and don't strip the skin. It's not really about fighting acne. It's about honoring your skin and giving it care. That's true skincare. So if you're ready to take this knowledge and put it into action, make sure to check out the downloadable checklist in the show notes, the Ultimate Barrier Guide. That's your guide for making smarter product choices moving forward. And just remember, healing your skin does not happen overnight, but with patience and the right products, you can transform your skin and your routine. Thank you for joining me today. I'm so excited for you to start seeing real, lasting change. I'll catch you in the next episode, and until then, be well. You've been listening to Skin, Earth, Vitality. If you like what you heard today, consider giving me a 5-star rating. It helps other people just like you to find the show. You can shop products and find all of my offerings on my website, stratumaesthetics.com, and follow me on my social channels @stratumaesthetics.